Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's just going to be a quick video explaining. I've had several people ask me, why do you call yourself Lexy Velvet? We know that's not your name. I am Lexy Velvet here on YouTube and I am Lexy Velvet on Instagram. So this is an account I started a long time ago for my alter ego, let's say. It's a performer's name. So I do some acting and I do some dancing. And it's a lot of fun and two completely different experiences, and I love both of them so much. So first thing I did was I was in an Alice Cooper tribute band called Eyes of Alice. I've been doing it for a few years now. We have been to places like Atlantic City, Pennsylvania, we've been to Detroit, and we've been locally like to Hamilton, Oshawa, and it's just so much fun. I play several different characters in this tribute to Alice Cooper. Not sure if you're familiar with Alice Cooper. He is the pioneer. He was the pioneer, and to me he still is, of theatrical rock concerts. So he just puts on a great, fantastic show and gives his songs like more life and more meaning by having these characters on stage. And I am very fortunate to play many of these characters, along with two other great people in the troupe that I get along with great. We work well together. We're a really great team. It's a lot of fun. Does not feel like work at all. So I play a wide range of characters. I play like a crazed groupie that gets her throat slashed. I play a doll that's kind of broken in a song about abuse, a very beautiful, tragic song about abuse called Only Women Bleed. I play a cheerleader for School's Out. And I play a clone for the song Clones. I play the scariest mother effing clown you've ever seen for Welcome to My Nightmare. And it's quite funny because I'm actually really scared of clowns. So even looking at myself in the mirror with the mask kind of freaks me out a little bit. But that's a good way to get over your fears. Be the scary clown. So that's a lot of fun. I love doing it. And occasionally, depending on what our set is, I will play a bunch of other characters like Cold Ethel. Cold Ethel is so much fun. She comes out of a toy box and gets the guy back for, you know, dragging her around the stage like a doll. And it's just wonderful, like wonderful fun. So that's the first band that I'm in. The second band that I'm in is Randy Bredor and the Hoodoo 2. And I am a go-go dancer for them. I work alongside one other girl who's lovely. One of my favorite people, actually. She's a sweetheart. And I do like 60s styles go-go dancing. And we play music from the 60s, 50s, 70s, you know, and occasionally like we'll do like a Stone song. We do like The Doors. We do a mishmash of songs and a lot of Freddie King. And there's two original songs that we do as well that are wonderful songs. So that's always so much fun. And I really enjoy doing that, especially when we do like music festivals and little girls come up to me and just like think I'm the greatest thing ever because I sort of look like a Barbie in my go-go dancing outfit. So anyway, little girls love me. It's a lot of fun. And my favorite story of that was one time we played a music festival. And when I got off stage, the other go-go dancer had hurt her foot, so she wasn't able to perform, but she was selling merchandise for us. And she's like, hey, some little girl like wanted you to have this. And it was a hula hoop with balloons on it. And as a little girl, I didn't know, but she was like, loved me on stage and wanted to make sure that I got the hula hoop. So whoever you are, little girl, thank you so much. You made my day, and I still have that hula hoop. I love it. I think of that day every time I walk by it, and it brings a smile to my face. So two really great bands. I mean, the guys are all great in both bands, and we have a really good time. The go-go dancing band is more local, so quite often it'll be something in Newmarket, which I live in Aurora, so it's great. It's very close by, and always see familiar faces when we go out there. And I've actually made quite a few friends from the venues that have gotten to know us over time. So always a lot of fun. So that's where the name Lexy Velvet came from. So I was asked to be in the Eyes of Alice band first. It was a few years ago. And the singer of the band said to me, you might want to come up with a different name, which is actually wise when you're in the entertainment industry, because sometimes you don't want your real name out there. You know, you might have, you know, you never know what could happen. Like one time we were performing and I was standing at the end of the stage and I was dressed like a cheerleader and my skirt was like pretty short. And there was some man like trying to take pictures like up my skirt. I don't know what the hell he was doing. But anyway, that was put to a stop pretty quickly. And, you know, weird things like that happen and people will come up to you and say like, I know you from this place. And you're like, no, I don't. And they'll insist that they know you and weird kind of stuff like that. It doesn't happen often. I mean, 99% of people that come to our shows are wonderful, and I often keep in contact with people after I've met them at a show, so it's always so much fun. So every now and then though you get like a kooky person, so it's always good. He was right, not to use your real name, so that's why I came up with the name Lexy Velvet. So at the time I was, you know, sharing with my sisters, and my niece was part of the conversation, and I was saying, you know, I have to come up with this name and I don't know, like, what names do you think? And we were throwing some names around, and I said to them, I'd like to keep my initials, LV. I would like to keep those same initials, and, you know, have something catchy. I really like something catchy. So my niece came up with the name Lexy Velvet. So before she came up with that name, we were throwing names around, and every time I do a Google search, it was like a porn star or something. It's like, oh no, I can't use that name. So Lexy Velvet came up, and it came up clear. So, I mean, there was other things there, but it wasn't anyone with this name. So we thought, okay, what a great, great name. And I've kept it ever since, and I like it. It's really catchy, and I really like the name Lexy. And it works really good for my go-go dancing because Lexy Velvet is like the grooviest name ever. So it all really worked out. And so I had already had these accounts open, especially my YouTube. I had it open a while ago because I had put performances on my YouTube page. And if you go back into history, you could see some of them there if you're interested. There's a lot of Eyes of Alice performances in various cities. And I have a few go-go dancing performances from the other band, Randy Brother and the Hoodoo too. So just check them out if you're interested. So that's why I have the name Lexy Velvet. I did not want to open another account and manage all these accounts. So on my Nutralicious page, which is probably how you got to me on here, Nutralicious on Facebook, my that is really like the passion that I do on social media is really all on there. It is the you know, nutrition and healthy body image and body, mind, spirit, and being well and having a good mental state of mind, good emotional state of mind, and good health overall. So I didn't want to, again, open up new accounts, so I just used that name. So I hope that clears things up for people, and if that confuses anybody, why are you using that name? That's the name I liked to use as a performer, and it just worked out without me having to open up all these other accounts. So that answers that question. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask anytime. I'm Nutralicious on Facebook, Lexy Velvet, now you know, on Lexy Velvet on YouTube and on Instagram. So if you're interested, add me there and be well, and I'll talk to you all soon. Thanks.